Hello everyone, welcome to Achievers IAS classes. Let's begin our discussion on the current events of 23rd June 2018. The first issue in news is an editorial regarding press freedom. The Tamil Nadu government has recently booked a case against a Tamil news channel under section 153A of the Indian Penal Code, which pertains to promoting enmity between groups, which is seen by many as a direct attack on press freedom. The case was slapped due to the comments made by some of the guests on a news show over the anti-Sterlite agitation. Therefore, it is shocking that people have been booked under such stringent IPC clause for either hosting such a debate or for just merely expressing their views in it. Also, the government services around 60% of the households with its cable television distribution network. The channel has become unavailable in many areas as the state government is using its domination over the distribution space to control the news coverage by TV channels. As we have already seen, the Sterlite agitation was launched against the copper smelting unit in the Thoothukudi district, which went out of control, and the violence escalated to the levels of use of sniper rifles by the police force, which resulted in many deaths in the district. There were questions raised over the timing of the protests because the government had not given the renewal license for the unit and it was not operational during the time when the protest took place. Therefore, many had opined that it was a disproportionate use of force by the police against the protesters, and the recent episode where even debates have been clamped down by the government is not a positive development and will further look into it in the days to come. The next issue in news is regarding the plastic pollution and the efforts made by several states in fighting the menace. The issue is important because of the increased focus of several stakeholders worldwide on the harmful effects of plastic, which is reflected even in this year's World Environment Day theme, which says beating plastic pollution. According to the center's plastic waste management rules, all the states have to annually apprise the Central Pollution Control Board on the steps taken by them to control plastic use, on whether a ban is in force, and also on the strength and performance of a recycler and waste processing network. The latest report by the CPCB states that only 24 states and union territories have complied with these directions, and most states which claim a ban on plastics have imposed it in only specific towns or cities. Like, there is only a partial ban in Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Meghalaya, Tamil Nadu, and West Bengal, while some states like Chhattisgarh, Jammu Kashmir, Mizoram, etc., claim a total ban. And for several states like Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, etc., there is no data available on the nature of the ban, thereby not giving an accurate estimate on the extent of plastic pollution. Further, it is observed that in most of the states and union territories, they have not set up proper monitoring system for the use of single-use plastics such as carry bags, and it has been observed that even in states which have imposed complete ban on the use and sale of plastic carry bags, they have been stocked, sold and used indiscriminately. What is important to note is, of the total generated waste, plastic waste constitutes 16%, but only 60% of the collected plastic waste is recycled. In this regard, Kerala and Sikkim are the states with the most creditable plastic waste management policies, with Sikkim having a system of buyback of plastic from the consumers. Hoping that such models will be replicated elsewhere. Let's move on to the next issue, which is regarding the detaining of at least 42 Indians for illegally entering the United States of America. Earlier this week too, around 52 Indians were being detained in a federal prison for illegal entry, given the Trump administration's zero tolerance enforcement of immigration laws. The US agencies enforcing the immigration do not automatically notify missions of the other countries where the detainees come from, and the Indian officials from the Immigrations and Customs Enforcement have approached the US authorities in order to get the details of the detainees. What comes as a relief is there is no separation of families or children from their parents among the Indian detainees, which was done by the US government before and was severely criticized by human rights organizations worldwide. The next issue in news is regarding the strategic naval base which India wanted to build on the Assumption Island in Seychelles. The Seychelles National Assembly has recently said that it will not ratify India's plan to build a naval base in the Western Indian Ocean region, citing sovereignty reasons. It has indicated that instead of allowing India to run the base, it would like to develop a Coast Guard facility at the Assumption Island. This is different from the earlier planned project, which was to include a facility for Indian ships and an airstrip that could allow India to guard the energy lanes vital to the India's economy. But the opposition to this project and the demands by the various civil society activists to remain non-aligned and avoid tilting towards either India or China has resulted in the stalling of the project, which could serve as a strategic base for India in the region to secure its interests. On that note, I'm wrapping up today's news analysis. Do share this content if you like it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.